You want to make crypto passive income, but the problem is so many crypto nodes and mining machines are very expensive. Well, what if you could just buy a part of a crypto node or ASIC miner instead of buying the entire thing? Now, buying just a fraction of a node or a mining machine is not new, but the way it's being done that I'm talking about in this video is an interesting and new way to do it. What I'm talking about here is called the Node Factory. It's a company that enables you to invest in crypto nodes and mining projects without having to make a big initial investment or manage the nodes or mining machines yourself. You can just buy a slice of a node or mining machine. And really, you don't even need to know what a node or ASIC miner is, but maybe you should. And the nodes I'm talking about here are real utility nodes that pay rewards for supporting a project's network in some way. And some of these nodes are extremely profitable. Like some of them have a 300% to 500% annual return because they are so new. In fact, one of the Node Factory founders, Rob, retired on passive income from utility nodes after just 15 months of investing. And I'm totally not jealous at all.
Seething with jealousy, I am.
He then wanted to see if his success could be replicated to help others do the same, which is one of the reasons the Node Factory was started. Since then, this passive income model has been tested by dozens of satisfied customers from my Sleep Money Club community during the 225 days of beta testing and after their official launch in May of this year. The Node Factory currently has about 100 customers with over 750 shares submitted in total. Now, this is not a sponsored video, but I do have a vested interest in their success, and my link below is a referral link if you decide to sign up. But I'll tell you why I do have a vested interest here by giving you the background on the Node Factory. So, I have a private membership community called Sleep Money Club. There is a link down below to it, and you should join. It's super awesome, and our members make lots of money. And some of those members were talking about how it would be great if they could just buy a share or fraction of popular nodes we were talking about, since they were often pretty expensive to buy outright. From that casual conversation, the Node Factory was born. We just called it Shared Nodes at first, but it quickly turned into something more than just a little sub-channel in Sleep Money Club. Now, you do not need to be a member of Sleep Money Club. Anyone can buy the Node Factory shares. But you should know that Sleep Money Club members get some great discounts on the Node Factory, which I'll talk about in a little bit. So what the Node Factory does is to simplify the process of running nodes and miners by handling all the technical aspects, research, testing, and security to protect their customers from scams and viruses. And they do this by allowing anyone to buy shares of a node or miner, and in return, you get a slice of the passive income. This is great for investors because it spares you from having to deal with the hassle of running the nodes or miners yourself. No technical know-how is required. The only thing you need to do is collect your earnings, which is how passive income is supposed to work, right? So, who is behind the Node Factory? Well, the team currently consists of 6 people, with some working full-time and others volunteering part-time. The founders are fully doxed, and together they have over 50 years of experience in the tech sector. If you want to learn more about them, I recommend heading over to their website. You can find more info about them there, plus things like their LinkedIn and social media accounts. So all that's great, but how are they doing things differently than their competitors? Well, first off, the Node Factory has set minimum standards that projects have to meet before buying them and offering them. Only about 10% of the projects that the Node Factory review actually make it to the offering stage. And what's interesting here is this review is not only at the beginning, but also ongoing. For example, is the project continuing to deliver on their roadmap? Do they have an active community and developers? The Node Factory also actively monitors the project and its social media channels to detect if anything goes wrong. So if one of the node projects that they offer starts going wrong, the Node Factory team can hit the eject button and stop offering that one. They could then sell the node and get the money back into your hands. And this sets them apart from almost all other competitors who don't do that active management. Being proactive as a benefit. Who would have thought? One of their standout features is something called Enhanced APY.
Enhance. Enhance.
This gives investors slightly higher returns. The system keeps track of any idle coins and then automatically spins up new nodes whenever it can. And on the flip side, the system is smart enough to take down nodes if investors request their funds back at any time, which gives you a lot of flexibility. Now, a big plus for me is that the Node Factory is one of the most transparent projects I've encountered, not just with sharing their decision-making process and how they do business, but also because I know all of the team and I've watched them build this company from scratch. So, How do the shared nodes work? Well, there is no minimum investment required to buy a share, so you can just jump in with whatever funds you have available. And buying shares involves just 3 steps, which you can find on their website. You just buy the coins, send them to the Node Factory wallet, and then fill out a form. When it comes to which projects you can jump into, you can select something like Neoxa or BlockX or the many other offerings that they have. And each of the shared nodes has its own APR. And this depends entirely on the project itself and has nothing to do with the Node Factory. Of their established node projects that they offer, the yields are anywhere from a more modest 4 to 10% APR to an even more compelling 43% to 332% APR. And some of the newer and higher risk nodes can offer returns as high as 500% or more, which is bonkers. The Node Factory then handles the setup, maintenance, and management of the nodes and distributes the rewards among the shareholders. They partner with Node Orbit to do the actual node hosting, which if you've watched my other videos, Node Orbit is my go-to node hosting service. They're great. Next up, let's talk about their shared ASICs and how they do it differently than most others. This is something I'm really excited about. When the Node Factory team identifies a good ASIC opportunity, they'll offer shares on their website. And this means that the team will only buy ASICs or mining machines that they personally believe will do well. The really cool part is that when you buy shares, you own an actual piece of the ASIC. Most fractional crypto mining or NFT projects give you a share of the profits when you buy in, but almost none of them give you actual ownership of the machine itself. I think this is a really big deal. And what does that mean for you? Well, when the Node Factory sells that mining machine, you're going to get the proceeds from the sale. So not only do you get the passive income rewards while the machine runs, but you also get money back when they sell the machine. And if they sell it for a profit in the future, you essentially make a bonus. This alone is a very massive feature and reason to consider the Node Factory. And for these machines, they use Musk miners to handle the hosting, logistics, and the maintenance part. Musk miners are one of the few ASIC hosting providers that can boast a 99% uptime, and I've been with Musk miners for my own personal machine hosting for over 2 years now, and I'm a huge fan of them. The Node Factory recently launched Bitmain KS3, L9, and S21 offerings and will be offering more in the future. These machines that you can buy into earn anywhere from a 13% APR all the way up to a 117% APR. And as for the fees, the only fee the Node Factory charges for both nodes and miners is 10% from the rewards payout. That's it. Now let's talk about security, because we all know that's one of the biggest issues in crypto. The Node Factory uses multiple layers of security, such as dividing your assets, keeping them in separate locations, and limiting who has access to them to a small number of trusted and well-vetted personnel. They also test the software on secure systems just to make sure there are no viruses or malware. And there's way more to it than just that, but the team actually guards all their security protocols pretty closely. I had to sign an NDA just to talk to them about it all. And the reason for this is they don't want to give potential threats a heads up about how they do things. But what I can say is that the protocols they have in place and how they think about security is pretty serious. Despite that though, this is crypto. There are obviously still risks. So what are the downsides and the risks here? As much as I like the Node Factory and know the team members personally, I will also say that there's no such thing as a foolproof project or team. All crypto is risky, and a lot of times, despite the best efforts of a team, things can go south. And while they do vet all their listed projects, these can still end up not doing as well as hoped or could fail completely. That's just how it goes in crypto sometimes. And the price of the ASIC miners can fluctuate quite a bit, which means it can end up selling for a loss. Or the ASIC can have hardware issues and have spotty uptime. There could also be some area of their security that they miss and something goes wrong. So like with all of crypto, only invest what you're willing to lose. But all that said, these are the same risks with any other shared node, fractional node, or fractional mining project or company. The difference is that I feel like most others give you way less transparency into how they work and have less compelling offerings and features or reasons to jump in. The bottom line is that I think the Node Factory is an awesome opportunity for passive income, but don't buy into it just because I like it or know the team. Go to the website, read about the Node Factory and its team yourself. And each of the listed projects has links to their own social media, website, and white papers. So check those out as well and make up your own mind. Only then jump in if you want to. And if you do want to jump in and you do want a discount, I can help you with that. While initially focused on Sleep Money Club members, the Node Factory is now open to the public, which is why I'm making this video. And that means that anyone can get started with nodes and miners. You don't have to be a member of my private club. That being said, being a member will get you a 20% discount on the fees. And if you are a legendary member of Sleep Money Club, you get a whopping 40% off of the fees. And legendary members get a ton of other great perks. So I think these are pretty good deals and worth considering a membership to Sleep Money Club if you're interested in the Node Factory. And the Node Factory has a bunch of other cool stuff coming out over the next year, like NFTs tied to shares, on-demand payouts, and the option to convert project rewards into USDT or possibly even Bitcoin. The team is also exploring adding shared DePIN projects and Ethereum validator nodes. So there's a ton going on here, and if you want to check out this awesome opportunity, there is a link to the Node Factory down in the description. And also watch this video if you want more passive income node ideas, or this one if you want to see the latest crypto miner I just bought. Goodbye.